You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rodrance for Black and White Sports. Whether it is Megan Rapinoe and the rest of the U.S. women's soccer team kneeling during the national anthem, or it's the woke NBA players and WNBA players participating for Team USA, or if it is somebody like Gwen Berry who, as we know, if it was up to her, would turn her back on the flag while the national anthem was playing. She would protest in some way at the podium if she was allowed to. And just a host of other woke athletes that seem to not be happy with the country they are representing. There was a time when athletes were proud to represent the United States of America. I did the video the other day. Herschel Walker was part of the USA bobsledding team, and he said there was nothing that gave him more pride than representing this country. Or George Foreman talking about how proud he was during a time when there was still real racial divide in this country, real racial divide. For the back in the Mexico games back in the day, George Foreman also talked about how much pride he had in this country. Well, all these athletes out there protesting, kneeling on behalf of supposed oppression, go to Cuba, find out what that's really like. NBC and, of course, the IOC, everybody involved, is finding out that we do not want to watch these athletes anymore. I got to be honest with you guys. I am normally a big Olympics person. My family grew up. We watched the Olympics. We did. I showed up to my dad's house the other day. He's 91 years old, and he was watching the U.S. women's soccer team. Now, Dad doesn't keep up with the ins and outs and the going-ons of the things that we keep up with, but I explained to him what they had done, and my dad reached up and he turned the TV channel to something else. He said, well, I'm just not going to watch them, which was kind of sad considering the Olympics was always part of our household growing up. Well, NBC and the ratings have officially taken an absolute nosedive, and they are awful. NBC has a 33-year low viewership for the Tokyo Olympics opening ceremony. Quote, not a happy benchmark. The TV audience dropped 37% from Rio de Janeiro opening ceremony in 2016. The Tokyo Olympics opening ceremony, delayed a year because of the pandemic, drew 16.7 million viewers for NBC on Friday, the smallest audience for network broadcast in the past 33 years. According to data from Comcast-owned NBC Universal on Saturday, the TV audience dropped 37% from the opening ceremony in 2016, when it was 26.5 million, and 59% from 2012. Wow. When 40.7 million people watched the London opener. That is unbelievable. The Tokyo ratings factored in both live broadcast early Friday morning and a primetime re-airing. Reuters described Friday's fall the lowest since 1988, that's the Seoul Games, as, quote, a steep drop. Taking into account viewers on NBCOlympics.com and the sports app, 17 million people watched the ceremony. The streaming audience increased 76% from 2018 in the opening ceremony and 72% from 2016 in Rio. Now, this is what's nuts. By comparison, analysts noted that Friday's TV broadcast drew fewer viewers than Sunday Night Football and Oprah's bombshell interview with Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. Good Lord. And get this, guys. Baylor Gonzaga, the championship game, basically drew the same amount of viewers as the opening ceremony of the Olympics. That is unheard of. Your first benchmark of Olympic viewing over the next 2 weeks, and not a happy one for NBC Universal. Now, NBC Sports is trying to spin this, noting that in the last 5 award show years, viewership is down 68% and 72%. Why is it down, guys? I bet our smart subscribers could tell us that it is down because, of course, in the award shows, same kind of thing. Hating on America. We've gone super woke. We've got to be super preachy. Man, it's unbelievable that agents and other people involved cannot tell these people, their athletes, to shut up and play. While most Olympic opening ceremonies have enjoyed packed stadiums, Friday's unprecedented event had only 1,000 spectators, one of whom was First Lady Jill Biden. Good God. Organizers had initially planned to allow Olympic venues to be filled 50%, but crowds not to exceed 10,000. However, ultimately, they decided against spectators following a recent rise in COVID cases that prompted Japanese Prime Minister Suga to announce a state of emergency. The state of emergency will last through August 22nd, and the Olympics run through August 8th. So, the Olympics are trying to take a beating. Will NBC try to spin this into some kind of a narrative involving the pandemic? We know that's not what it's about. They tried that crap with the NBA Finals last year, remember? And yeah, the NBA ratings went up a little bit this year, but for the most part, they were still a hot garbage mess. The NBA and the Olympics have something very much in common, including woke athletes. Okay? Guys, nobody wants to see that. We're sick and tired of our athletes disrespecting this country. Gwen Berry running her mouth, saying things like, the national anthem doesn't represent me. Fine, go to China. Go ahead and, as Herschel Walker said the other day, go ahead, leave. Venezuela is nice these times of the year. North Korea, maybe? China? Go to Cuba. Some of those people that want to be free down there will trade you out. Since some of you are literally shilling Cuba's political aspirations down there that they currently hold, you guys seem to think that's okay. Yeah. Didn't some of you come out and actually shill some of Cuba? I know Colin Kaepernick did. That's it, guys. I mean, it's utterly ridiculous, but I'll give it to you guys. You have been very strong in withstanding a lot of this nonsense and not tuning in to these sports. I've seen many of you. I just made a video. Team USA lost. And many of you said it is so strange to not want Team USA to win, to not want the U.S. women's soccer team to win, because they no longer represent the citizens of this country. Let's be real. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.